everyone, welcome back to Horror Delivery. I'm your host. Tonight the vibe is just perfect for a scary story. Before we get into it, let me ask you something. Do you have that one friend, the one who thinks ghosts are just a joke? The kind of person who goes out of their way to disrespect shrines or look for trouble in places that are clearly haunted? If you have a friend like that, or maybe it's you, then pay close attention, because tonight's story, it's gonna make you rethink everything. This one comes straight from a listener. We'll call her Riley. She was a 10th grader back in Oregon, attending this ancient high school, buried deep in the pine forests and thick, heavy fog. It's a story about how one moment of being reckless can change your life forever. So, dim the lights, check behind you, and let's get into it. So, it all starts in this tiny town, way out in Oregon. There's this ancient high school there called St. Mary's High School. The whole place is built with those vintage red bricks. You know the type. And it's tucked right into these massive pine forests. Every single evening, the fog, it just rolls in and swallows the entire school. So, there's this girl named Riley. She was a 10th grader, and she told us she was always the last one to leave school. Her mom was super intense about her grades, so she had to stay late for extra calculus with Mr. Miller. Now, Mr. Miller was one of those incredibly strict teachers, the kind that makes you nervous just being in the same room. By the time they finished, the entire school was dead silent. It was bone-chilling. The only thing she could hear was the wind whistling through those old, rotting wooden windows. It was around 5:30, and the sky was starting to turn that eerie orange-purple color. All of a sudden, Mr. Miller realizes he totally forgot his exam manual back in the teacher's lounge, inside the performing arts wing. That place is all the way on the other side of the football field, so he asks Riley and two seniors to go grab it for him. There was Chloe, the school's it girl, and Tyler, the star athlete. He basically sent them out there into the fading light all by themselves. So, as they're walking down that long, creepy path to the arts building, Tyler starts talking. He brings up this old legend about the auditorium. You know, the one right next to the teacher's lounge. He says that years ago, there was this girl named Emily. She was totally crushed after she didn't make the cut for the school play. And then, right there, on the mezzanine of that auditorium, she ended it all. Tyler leans in, his voice getting lower, and says, "The word is, if you step foot in that auditorium at twilight, you'll hear this incredibly sad piano melody. And if you happen to look up and lock eyes with whoever's on the mezzanine, you won't be coming out alone." Chloe just rolls her eyes and scoffs. "Please, Tyler, that's such bullshit. Every school has these stupid stories to scare the freshmen. This Emily girl was probably just some loser looking for attention." The three of them step inside the arts building, and man, the air in there is ice cold. It's pitch black, except for these dim, flickering lights along the hallway. When they get to the faculty room, Chloe doesn't even hesitate. She just barges right in and starts digging through things like she owns the place. Meanwhile, Riley and Tyler are just standing there, waiting in the hall, right next to the heavy locked doors of the main auditorium. Silence just swallows everything. until Chloe finally finds the book. She walks out of the room, but she doesn't turn back towards the exit. Instead, she stops. She turns, looks right at those massive auditorium doors, and she screams, "Hey, Emily, if you're actually in there, why don't you show your rotten face to us? Or are you only good at hiding in the dark, you loser?" Tyler's face goes pale. He whispers, "Chloe, stop. What the hell are you doing?" Right as the words leave her mouth, a single heavy piano key is slammed down on the stage. The sound echoes, booming through the entire building. The three of them just freeze. Their hearts are pounding. Then, heavy footsteps start coming from inside the auditorium, but it doesn't sound human. It sounds like something dragging a wooden plank across the floor. Tyler is absolutely terrified. He grabs Riley's hand and screams, "Run!" They both just book it, sprinting back toward the main building for their lives. Riley looks back over her shoulder, and she sees Chloe right behind them, but then, out of nowhere, Chloe just stops. She freezes right at the stairs, leading up to the second floor of the arts building. Riley and Tyler scrambled. They managed to find the janitor and Mr. Miller, and they raced back to the building. But man, the sound, it was horrible. Chloe was still up there, screaming her head off from the mezzanine of the auditorium. Mr. Miller was yelling, screaming her name, trying to get her to snap out of it. But then, suddenly, the screaming just cut off. Total silence. The next morning, Riley shows up to school, and she's a total wreck. She finds Tyler sitting in the cafeteria. He looks like he's seen a ghost. He's pale, shaking, and he whispers this terrifying secret to her. Tyler says, "Riley, do you know why it hit Chloe so hard? Last year, when they put up Emily's memorial photo by the auditorium, Chloe messed with it. She wrote, 'Good riddance, ghost face,' all over Emily's picture, and then she just threw it in the trash." Tyler tells her that Chloe dropped out and moved away that very night, but it wasn't because of the school. Chloe told him, "Emily isn't at the school anymore. She followed me home." Now, every single night, Chloe sees a girl in a white, bloody stage costume sitting right at the end of her bed, and she just asks the same thing over and over. "Where is my face ghost-like? Look at me, am I beautiful?" Right before Riley hops into her mom's car that afternoon, she can't help it. She glances back, one last time, up at that second-floor window of the Performing Arts building. It was pitch black in there, but she's positive she saw a shadow. A woman just standing there. She wasn't screaming. She wasn't even moving. She was just waving slowly, waving at Riley with this twisted smile that was literally ripped from ear to ear. Riley just snaps her head back. She didn't say a word. She promised herself right then and there, she is never, ever going near that building again once the sun goes down. So, what do you guys think about Riley's story out in Oregon? Chills, right? To me, this story is a huge reminder that belief might be a personal thing, but respect, that's something we should give to everyone and everything, whether we can see them or not. How about you? Have you ever had a friend who talked a little too much and ended up paying for it? Or maybe you have your own terrifying experiences from abroad? If you do, drop a comment below and tell me and the rest of the Horror Delivery crew all about it. I'll be reading every single one. Tonight, Don't forget to check under the bed and make sure your windows are locked tight, because sometimes the things that follow you, they don't just stay in the video. Good night, everyone. See you in the dark.